So that's the kind of fear that people that have intimidation that he operates with. And if you think about it, that's what knocked 16 people off the Republican, the other nominees. Well, that and the fact that they're all pussies. They couldn't take it.
Yeah,
it was brilliant to watch him knock them down.
He has no problem with that. And
he was on the midway throwing balls at the punks.
Leave the last vestiges of your soul at the door. It's time for Carl and Mike.
And here we go. Welcome, Carl and Mike. I'm Carl.
And I'm Mike.
Mike is up.
I'm up. Yeah.
We're here in a corner bakery cafe in the corner booth on the eve of the Republican Convention, where they're going to inaugurate.
I can't wait.
What is the word? They're going to bestow theDonald as the leader.
Now, is it going to be a snoozer or is it going to be a shit show?
Well, I got Tim Tebow. And
I think people are just going to be shaking their heads,
You're going to have a lot of Trump family members speaking about theDonald.
I can't wait. Little Tiffany Trump with the little... Her mouth is like around. It's like this. Every time you share her mouth is like this. You go, how can you eat or talk with that mouth?
I don't know much about Tiffany, but that's a perfect Trump name, Tiffany.
You think?
Yeah.
I was thinking about them coming over here today. If you think about the family portrait and you go, okay, let's say theDonald becomes the president. God, It's even hard to say that.
Be still.
I said it anyway. Let's say he does. Can you imagine what kind of bullshit his kids and his family are going to get into? Because they're going to be out putting the name on everything they can get their hands on. It's going to make Billy Carter look like a Rhodes Scholar.
To be fair, it seems my indications of the Trump kids are fairly smart and well-behaved.
Well, we'll see, won't we?
Yes.
And Donald is smart and well-behaved.
No, Donald's not.
No.
Donald's actually the
anyway.
black sheep of the family.
Yeah, well, I don't know. We're going to see. But it's like, here's the other thing that I was thinking about driving here this morning. If he was elected president, his name is on shit all over the world, okay?
Yeah.
Imagine if there was a bunch of hotels around the world, China, wherever, and it said Bush on the top. Bush Tower.
Right.
Okay? Clinton Tower.
Yeah.
Romney Tower. Reagan Tower. Is that a good thing? I'm thinking not. And I'm thinking if your name is on a bunch of hotels in China and you're doing a lot of business in China, yeah, you're supposed to wash yourself of that and you're handing it over to your kids because you're not supposed to have anything to do with your finances. You can't tell me that that's not going to affect what he thinks about shit.
Yeah. I think that's the least of our problems if Trump becomes president, is the buildings. I think the calamities are so huge that will befall this nation. Everything he says he's going to do, he's not going to do. There's not going to be a wall built, and we're not going to deport 11 million Mexicans.
Yeah, but you can build a wall. It's easy. It doesn't have a bathroom. Do you hear him? No, walls are easy. I build hotels. They're complex. They've got bathrooms. Wall, that's easy. It doesn't have a bathroom. He said it. I heard it with my own ears.
Really? Yeah, I guess you wouldn't need a bathroom in a wall.
No, just porta pots on our side.
So is this going to be like a wall of China where you can walk along the top of the wall?
Oh, no.
We should have that. Because
it's going to have glass on the top.
Oh.
Gilded glass. Gold.
Because we should pretty much, and we're going to talk about why we're going to make sure he isn't president, but if he became president and if he built a wall, you'd want to do it like the wall of China where you can walk on it afterwards, because get something out of it, because it's going to be a monument to a crazy period in United States history.
Well, then you could put machine gun nests on the top so you could actually shoot people before they got to the wall. Wouldn't you think?
Yeah.
How about a moat and a wall? Can we have a moat? I like moats.
I like the idea of a moat. Well, isn't the Rio Grande would be the moat?
Well, you'd have to have water.
That's the Rio Grande River.
Yeah, I know.
Does it have water? We got some problems?
Well, I think it's getting sucked dry before it gets down to some of the areas.
I just want to see the big door open.
The drawbridge?
The drawbridge over the moat. For when Donald's feeling he wants to give something for the Mexicans. I'm going to put down the drawbridge today. It's Amnesty Day. You get 1 day.
Okay, and you
Right.
have people funneling through.
Funneling through.
Okay.
Because he's a giver. The Donald's
he
a
is a
giver.
giver.
So this is the Donald
It's
Amnesty Day.
everything about him is giving
Yes.
and loving and sharing.
Yes. Unless you're disabled,
There's no taking.
black.
There's no
Mexican.
taking with the Donald.
No.
Oh,
Donald's a giver. And
he's a giver. He's a lover.
he is. He cares.
Dare to
I was
care.
just up in Minnesota, and I know my family is. There's a lot more Trump out there than you think, man.
Are they really? Seriously?
They are.
Well, no.
The trading card,
Mom.
which we're going to talk about the Donald Trump. We should get into that because we're just two people here, Michael, with our little podcast. But so
that have single votes, and really, we don't have the money that PACs have or the sugar daddy
we have no
billionaires.
money.
We have no
Let's
money.
Go ahead and say that. But we do have our brains, and like Donald, we have big brains. And Michael, I have to give it up to you because you really birthed this thought leadership idea here.
Is this thought leadership?
Well, yes, it is. Damn it, we're creators, Michael.
You're going to pin that on me? Thought
I'm
leadership?
definitely
Oh.
taking no response. No,
I
creator.
don't know
We're
if I
creators.
can shoulder the burden
Yes.
of thought leadership.
So Michael had this brainstorm. Would you call it a brainstorm or an idea?
Brain fart.
Or a thought.
Yeah.
A fart. A brain fart.
Fart, yes.
That reading an article, right, on Huffington
Huffington
Post,
Post, yep.
about, turns out there is a disease or a disorder called Narcissistic Personality Disorder.
Yes,
And there's
it
some
is.
criteria around
Yes,
this.
the criteria is based on the DSM-5 criteria, and there are 12 things
Now,
that...
yeah, so for those who don't know, the DSM-5 is responsible for putting out all the disorders.
Yes.
So there's a big book.
Yeah.
We should get this book.
it's
Book
the,
of Disorders.
It's the Manual of Disorders.
The Manual of Disorders.
Manual of
yes. So in the Manual of Disorders, they list all of them. So one of them being Narcissistic Personality Disorder.
Yeah.
And it turns out 12 criteria. So when you read those 12, what came to mind?
The Donald.
The Donald.
And the things that he said.
Yes.
I mean, here's another thing, and I put this on my Facebook page, and I really like this. This is something else I tripped across when I was doing this. When somebody tells you who they are, listen the first time. That quote?
Yes.
Maya Angelou.
Yes.
Okay? I like
They
that.
will reveal, people will
People-
reveal themselves.
And when people reveal themselves,
Pay
as the
attention
Donald
and
does,
listen and
every time he suits up and
Right.
stands before a microphone,
Pretty much.
he tells you who he is
He does.
when he's not using the teleprompter.
Right.
Teleprompter doesn't count.
Teleprompters don't count because someone else, combination of people,
Yes.
wrote that.
That's the handlers in the back that are writing that stuff. That's all of Donald's supporters don't like the handlers.
Right.
Would you say that?
Right. Well,
They're
we are.
handler free. They want him unplugged.
Yes.
Let's click Donald unplugged. There it is. Okay.
Yes.
Donald unplugged. Donald unplugged to rip off an MTV thing, which I think is perfect. These quotes are Donald unplugged, and there's 12 quotes with 12 different symptoms.
So each quote matches a criteria for a narcissistic
Yeah.
personality disorder.
And frankly, it was very hard to pick between
Right.
quotes. I mean, there's multiple quotes that could
Right.
go with each symptom, but I picked these and verified them. They're either in print or on video.
Right.
There are some other quotes that I really liked that were secondhand.
Things he said that somebody said that he said.
Somebody said that he said that I did not use that were, in my estimation, believable, but not something verifiable. And so we did that and paired them up. And I don't know how the trading card thing happened. I just, trading cards, there was something that happened. I wish I could figure that out. And said, okay, let's put these on trading cards. One trading
Well-
card per statement.
So we have the Certifiably Trump, the Donald trading cards, each with a quote, and on the back we've got all 12 criteria.
Yes.
Because really, some of these quotes really can play off of more than one criteria.
Oh,
Yes.
The most important part of the package is the 4 bonus.
Yes, we have bonuses that go beyond, might be a different disorder,
Yeah, it's
revealing of a character, or shake your head.
A revealing of like when he said, "If she wasn't my daughter, I'd probably be dating her." Now, what does that reveal?
Yeah,
I'm not.
Help me,
that's-
Michael, because
that
I'm not
that
a
makes my ass twitch when I hear that.
I'm not a father. Okay, so Help
and I'm
me.
a father of two
You're
girls.
a father of
and
two
I
girls.
just,
So
that,
explain it.
That's
The-
wrong.
that's so
wrong
wrong.
on so many levels.
Yeah.
To think it, to say it, to even consider it, to say something like that and think it was humorous, or say something like that and not think about what it is you say beforehand. And I think there's a lot of that with Donald.
Right.
And then not to recognize how
Fucked
wrong
up.
that was and fucked up that was. It's just everything about that. But that's just one of four.
It's just one.
We
There's
have
more.
others. Yeah, so
Well,
it's
and the
a whole
beauty of
pack.
the Donald is we probably could do more bonus cards as they
Mm-hmm.
happen. So what we've done is we've decided to do a Kickstarter campaign.
Yes.
And see if we can get these printed and out there.
And there will be gold.
So do go to our Kickstarter campaign. Go to carlmike.net, and we have a link there. We have over on the sidebar of our homepage, you got a link that'll take you to our Kickstarter campaign.
These are a possible use of these is for friends of yours that are fence sitters or actual Trump supporters, but
Yeah.
tepid supporters.
Yes. I
And
do-
show them one of these cards a day. Say, hey, here's your card for the day.
Yeah.
This is a statement for the day. Just let it build slowly. Let it build and build and build.
This is the idea here.
Or give
is-
them a pack.
Our slogan here is, well, we have two I'm working with. One is Stop the Madness,
Yeah.
which is the purpose of these cards, is to get them out there and help people help your friends, family, like you said, the fence sitters, or even the Donald supporters out there. Just remind them that this is crazy town here. This guy
Yeah.
is psychologically, they talk about temperamentally unfit, but he's really psychologically unfit.
Yes.
To be president of the United States. If you love this country,
Yeah, you don't have to be a Republican to be patriotic and love this country. That's one of the things that pisses me off with their little fucking lapel pins and all that shit.
Right. This guy is not only a narcissist, he's something wrong with him.
No, there's definitely something right. I mean, I'm sure there's other symptoms
Yes.
for other maladies that this guy's got, but we're just focusing on narcissistic.
Right. So these are going to be collector's items because there's not going to be that many printed.
No, there's not.
And we want you to collect them, share them, burn them, especially if he wins.
Yeah.
As you pack your bags and get the hell out of Dodge. It's just hard for me to just believe that we're at this point.
Well, yeah, we are. Now, he could be elected. I think what's going to be interesting is his choice. It's down to 3 now.
Yeah.
Christie.
Gingrich,
Christie, or Pence.
Gingrich and Christie are just kind of mini Donalds, aren't they not? They're the same style. Gingrich really is responsible, I think, for the coarseness that happened in the split between the two parties.
I think you could go back.
you not say that?
I think
Isn't-
you could go back that and say yes. It all began with Gingrich's
Yeah.
when he was Speaker of the House.
Yeah,
I
because
think,
before
you
that
could.
was Tip O'Neill,
Yeah.
and it was Reagan, and it was, there was honest disagreements about the philosophy around
Yeah.
government, but there was ways to work
Yeah.
together to make it work.
And the thing about Gingrich is, he's got 3 wives too. I don't know
6
whether
between
it's,
them.
Yeah,
We could have a pack of wives. Maybe that should be a bonus pack.
it's wife 2 or 3. I can't remember which. We have a friend from when we lived in Los Angeles, and Nana in Detroit knew one of his wives. I don't remember which one, but one of them, while they were in the hospital dying, he was cheating on the one that was in the hospital dying of cancer.
Yeah.
While she was dying of cancer. Yeah, that
Family
what
values,
is that?
moot.
Oh, Jesus, God, don't even go there with family values with
Right,
people like
right.
that, or with Trump.
Right.
Don't even talk about that.
Right.
Now, we say that and say, well, what about Clinton? Well, yeah, right. Okay, there's problems
Clinton's
there
not-
too.
yeah.
No, there's problems there too.
Well,
Absolutely,
my nephew
there's
said
problems
something
there,
to
too.
me, Brandon. He said, I could never vote for Clinton because I could never trust her. So I had 2 thoughts on that. Newsflash number 1, politicians lie? Are you kidding me? Mm-hmm. Every politician I've ever known has lied. Mm-hmm. Number 2, Trump is your answer, is the antidote to the liar?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? What is it? Political fact, I think it was Ted Cruz lied 70% of the time, said false things every time he spoke. Clinton was down like 12%. Trump was somewhere below Cruz, but
Yeah.
not far behind. He's going to say whatever the hell he wants to say, truth or not. If trustworthiness is your bar that you have to have, and you're choosing Trump, because he talks that lizard brain, it sounds like he's telling the truth, but it's really bullshit. But he authentically delivers it.
But it looks good on the tube.
And it sounds good.
Sounds good and it looks
that
good
isn't-
because he's got the babes behind him.
The babes?
The babes behind him. The people that are supporting him are, for the most part, high school educated, older white men. And the babes behind him, his wife, his oldest daughter, Ivanka, who he's licking his chops over, and little Tiffany, who anyway. There's part of that that's kind of a blinding. It's kind of like the light's too bright.
Right.
The light's too bright.
I think this convention...
It's going to be good.
It's going to be good.
If he and his family have anything to do with the showbiz aspects of this convention, it's going to be...
It'll be a step up from previous conventions?
Oh, it has to.
Break new ground?
I think it'll break new ground, but it'll be a show. Hey! It's kind of like showbiz. Jazz hands.
Well, he's got this apprentice thing going with the vice president candidates. Mm-hmm. Right? Each of them have to go out and introduce him, give a speech so he can check them out, Christie, to me, if he picks Christie, that's a double down on anger.
And it's also a northeast corner kind of thing.
As if I was advising Trump. And I don't think the media has really hit on this. The really thing you want to do is go after the blue states. He wants to double down on winning a New York or winning a New Jersey or winning the states that are... Because he's going to get Alabama. You don't have to do nothing to get Alabama.
No.
You don't have to do anything. Go for disaffected whites and blue states. People that do the jobs thing, and the jobs aren't coming back, by the way,
No.
people. Can we say that?
No, they're not.
They're not coming back.
They're not coming back.
Because you know why? Because we live in a global trade world.
Mm-hmm. And those jobs left not because the corporations were paying too much taxes. Those
Right.
jobs left because the workers in Vietnam
Right.
are cheaper than the workers in the
Taiwan.
United States.
Yes.
You could eliminate, I say this again, you could eliminate all corporate taxes. Corporations do not have to pay corporate taxes. They're still going to get their cars and their widgets made overseas because the
here's how
labor
business
costs are so
works.
much lower.
That's right. So you're looking at your line, and you're running a business, and the number one expense is employees, and you're paying $15 an hour in the United States, or you're paying $1.25 in Taiwan.
A day.
Which one are you going to do? It's just the way the reality is. And guess what? Robots are coming. You're going to get a robot for $20,000. It's going to do the job 24/7, and they're going to take
Doesn't
away
take
jobs.
breaks.
Okay,
You don't have to feed it.
It's numbers.
That's already happened.
It's
Already
numbers,
happened. There's a
people.
lot of that. In
Yeah.
fact, I heard somebody talking about one of the mill towns. The mills that used to be full of people,
Right.
and if
right.
they're still operational,
Right.
they're operating with fewer people because a lot of the processes and stuff have been automated.
Right.
And they're not going to go. They're not going to go back on that.
So
They're
Donald's
gonna
not bringing
stop
those
that.
jobs back. He's
No.
not.
No,
He's not building the wall.
Those jobs are
He's not going to
gone.
build the wall, and
No.
Mexico's not going to pay for it, and he's not going to send
No.
11 million Mexicans
No.
back, and he's not going to block all Muslims from coming in
No.
on planes, trains, and automobile. Here's what he could do, though. What he could do is get into a global trade war where your little Apple computer, Apple iPhones and stuff are going to cost 3 times as much, or you're just not going to get them.
Carl, he says on card number 3, I will be the greatest jobs president God ever created. That's a quote.
The
He
greatest
said
jobs
that.
president,
Jobs president
God
that
ever
he ever
created.
quoted.
So that would fall under criteria number 3, exaggerating your achievements and talents.
Yes.
I don't know. Is it the I will be the? Here's the great thing about the Donald. Okay,
Don't you
I will
love
be
that?
the greatest jobs president. Just end it there.
Yeah.
Still qualifies.
Yeah.
For exaggerating your achievements and talents.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, no, he doubles down.
But he doubles
did-
down. When he says, "I will be the greatest jobs president God ever created."
Yes.
So now
Yeah.
God's involved in this.
Oh, yeah. Well, you want
Because God has created quite a few
Well,
jobs
people want to
presidents.
know that God's
Yeah, are
is-
behind you.
Is behind him, yes.
Yeah. So, what will happen is war. That'll be his biggest jobs creation.
Well, it's jobs, isn't it?
It is
He
jobs.
said jobs.
He did say
didn't say
jobs.
what kind of jobs.
There'll be military
It'll
jobs.
be jobs where you're getting shot at or flying
or
a
we're
drone.
attacking a country, right, or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Frightening. So we have started a Kickstarter campaign. You can get these cards, set of 12 for $10, right? Mm-hmm. Or $15. You get a set of 12 plus the 4 bonus cards, and then we have additional packages where you can add on and get additional packs of cards so that you can share. You can order 10-pack, 5-pack, whatever. So check that out. We need to, we have 30 days to do this.
And none of the proceeds will be going to Donald because, according to him, card number 4, I'm really, really rich.
He's really, really rich. Yeah.
That is DSM number 4, and it is being preoccupied with fantasies about success, power, brilliance, beauty, or the perfect mate. Oh, he has a perfect
Really?
mate. He's
Well,
had
he
3
has-
perfect
well,
mates.
number 4
He's
nails
had
all
3
of them.
perfect mates and perfect children.
He does.
His children, his offspring, his spawn, the spawn of
Spawn
Trump.
of Trump.
Spawn of Trump.
Yeah. So we've got that. He's got, boy, number 4 really, really kind of nails everything. Being preoccupied with fantasies about success, yes. Power, yes. Brilliance, beauty, your perfect mate. He does all of them.
I wonder if he tells
Fantasy
the
is the
women
key
what to
word
wear.
You know, when it's bad publicly, it only gets worse privately. Right? It isn't, because you put out your best self, don't you? You put out your best self privately, publicly.
Ooh,
Right?
I hadn't thought about that.
Think about that. On Facebook, you're not going to put a picture of you.
What
you
does
know,
he say in the comfort
throwing
of his
up.
own home?
Yeah.
Oh,
In the comfort, it goes darker.
did you see there's somebody that used to work for him that's pulling the plug on? There was some sort of hanky-panky going on with the guy that just got booted off Trump's campaign.
Yeah.
He was humping some chick,
Really?
I think, that was on the campaign. But he signed, as everybody has to do,
Non-disclosure.
a non-disclosure thing. So now Trump's going after this guy for $10 million.
So Trump must have, does he really have the time to even think about, I mean, there's depositions. He
You
has
have to
an
do,
army of
if
lawyers.
you're going to have anything to do with Trump, you probably have to sign a complete non-disclosure kind of thing that's like airtight. And if you do anything at all, he's going to come after you. And so that's the kind of fear that people that have intimidation that he operates with. And if you think about it, that's what knocked 16 people off the Republican, the other nominees. Well, that and the fact that they're all pussies. They couldn't take it.
Yeah,
It was brilliant to watch him knock them down.
he has no problem with that. And
He was on the midway throwing balls at the punks. That's what it was. He was on the midway throwing the balls at the punks. The punks were the other, those little stuffed dolls that you try and knock
Now,
over.
do you think he'll have the same success with Hillary during the debates?
No,
Why?
because she actually has done something. When you're on the debate, you can't just go, I have a really big brain. I think that was on here too.
Oh, a really big brain is on the list.
Oh,
of
yeah, I have a
quotes.
big brain. It's
that
number
number
2.
two?
Expecting to be recognized as superior even without achievements that warrant it.
Hello.
You think that?
See,
See,
so folks,
I mean,
you got to get these cards.
this shit writes
and
itself,
share,
man.
and share them with people, because we gotta stop the madness. We gotta stop this from happening. We need your help.
I had more fun doing this than I've done anything in a while. It took a lot of time,
Right.
but it was.
They look great. Professional trading cards. Reminds me of the Saddam Hussein. Remember when Saddam had the Saddam cards? Well, these aren't playing cards in terms of they don't have ace of spades or whatever on them, but we've got 12 different quotes here, 12 different. He is messed up
Yeah, he
on
is.
several levels.
So anyway,
To finish our conversation on vice presidents, so Pence is the third
Yeah.
potential. He was the religious freedom in Indiana guy. So he's kind of like Ted Cruz light. If Ted Cruz and Trump didn't battle so badly in the primaries, Ted Cruz would have been Trump's vice president evangelical pick. So Pence is that guy.
he seems kind of milquetoast to me. He doesn't seem
Yeah.
like he's going to be he's just going to carry the water. He's not going to be some spark on the stage that everybody's going to get excited about.
No. So who is
So
his
he
pick?
doesn't have to
So
worry
who do you
about
think?
it. Who
let's
do I
our
think is going to be it?
prediction. Yes.
Okay, yeah, I want to predict one. I think it's going to be Christie.
Christie?
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be Newt because he's got the 3 wives,
Right.
and everybody hated him, including his own party that overthrew him when he was Speaker of the House.
Yes.
So that's Trump doubling down on the old guard,
Right.
hating,
Right.
people, and so that would be an option.
I
But
think
see,
he was Sessions is the one wild card too from Alabama, which that would have been doubling down on the redneck cracker
yeah.
vote.
Now, why would you need to do that? They're going to vote for you.
Yeah.
You don't need to. No.
So I think Christie is I think Newt is too much ego for Trump, where Christie has shown his ability to be a lapdog, at the same time a barking dog. So I think he doubles down on the Christie, goes for the blue states. And that coupled with that's what he's going to need to do. He's going to need to take states that we don't even think about.
I'm going full bore out. Watch.
Uh-oh.
You ready?
Ready, here we go.
It's going to be Pence. And why is it going to be Pence? Because Pence doesn't even attempt to overshadow, doesn't have the potential of overshadowing Trump on anything. He'll just carry the water. But at the same time that he announces him as the vice president, he says, and when I'm elected, Chris Christie over here is going to be my attorney general, and Newt's going to be my secretary of state.
The trifecta of doom.
Yeah, and so what he's doing
That would be a smart move.
It would be a real smart move.
Everybody gets it.
Laying out the team up front.
Gingrich, Secretary of State.
Clinton would have to match that.
Attorney General Chris
Yeah.
Christie.
Clinton would have to match it.
So he brings them all together and gives them all a job.
Yeah.
Does things differently.
Ted Cruz is in charge of the wall.
Oh, that's frightening.
I know, but he's done unexpected things, and one of the unexpected things would be to go on and lay out your cabinet now, so people don't have to worry or think about it.
It's Team Trump.
And you know what that does?
Team Trump brings them all on stage.
It puts them all on stage, and then all of a sudden you've got to be spending money and time attacking the other members. So instead of focusing it all on Trump, you have other people over here that are taking some of the heat.
So that's what you would do if you were Trump.
Yeah. Donald, call me.
Call him. And
Pick up the
Donald,
phone,
pick up
call
some
me.
cards while you're at it.
Yeah.
Well, that's the kind of thought leadership you get here at
Yeah.
Carl Mike.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say. That was very, very good. I don't know if Trump would do that, but I think he should do that. And then he's got all the minions together, and it's kind of one really horrible vision of
And
America.
what is today? What is today?
Today is 14th.
Is it today the 14th?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're recording this on the 14th of July.
Convention's next week.
14th of July. And so we'll just see how we do. We'll get this edited,
Yeah.
post that hog.
And we'll see.
Yeah. See how wrong we are.
What we're not wrong about is we got to stop the Donald.
Come to the website. Come to the
CarlMike.net. Fund those on Kickstarter. We need about, what did we figure out? $6,200
Yeah.
based on
postage,
printing,
and
post it, mailing them out.
shipping and handling. Yeah,
You know,
that
sitting
kind of
at the
stuff.
kitchen table,
Yeah.
stuffing envelopes,
Yeah.
the whole 9 yards.
We're not trying to get
We're not-
rich off this.
We're not
just
going to
trying
get rich
the
off
word.
of this. Let's go ahead and say that.
Yeah, there's no chance of that happening.
We wanted to amplify our voice through these cards, being able to share them, and we want you to be able to amplify your voice.
Yeah, so go to Kickstarter. It's under
Carl Mike?
publishing.
Publishing.
Publishing. Yeah.
Well, and if you can't find it, go to our CarlMike.net
Yeah.
website. We've got a link there. But this is a way to amplify your voice, get the word out in a fun way, and then, of course, opportunity to burn these in effigy if it all goes bad, and even if it doesn't.
Or keep them, and they're
Keep-
going to be collectible.
Collector items.
Yeah.
Someday, when you're in a Trump concentration camp for speaking out against the Donald, like we will be there. We will be early on as one of
Yeah.
the enemies of Donald.
Yes.
Because this is the new American what's the word?
Literati.
Yeah.
Literati.
Yeah. If
You'd be part of the literati.
We're part of the we
Or
we
illiterati.
spoke ill of the Donald.
illiterati.
The Donald minions that are going to go out there and go
Yeah.
after anyone who spoke badly of the Donald when he was running. We'll go after them. So we'll meet you there at the concentration camp, and we can have a little card burning party.
Yeah.
All right. Any other final words of
No,
wisdom?
that's it.
We've done it again. Tune in next time. It keeps going.
Keep the faith.
Stop the madness.
Keep
Peace.
hope alive.
Collect them,
Out.
share them, burn them.
Yeah.
Out.